Welcome to the right renovation. Keep motivated and stay on board. We're outside and we're doing as we said, we're getting this radiator sanded down, the tops and the sides, ready for painting. Spent quite a long time rubbing it down. Doesn't look too bad now. A lot of work went into rubbing them down. What we're going to use is some stain sealer first and then the radiator paint after. So let's get to that.
Yo, look at this family, a work of art. Each thread is strong from the start. Grandma's tales, they light up the room. Grandpa's wisdom like a guiding broom. Mom's love, it's like a warm embrace. Dad's strength in every single race. Siblings by my side through thick and thin. This family tapestry will always spin.
Family tapestry, we're all in this together. Colors blend in every single weather. Family tapestry, our love will never wither.
So 2 coats of wood coat, 2 coats of spray. Did it on the time lapse, so it looked really quick. But you didn't want to see me doing that. You know, it's simple, up and down, side to side. Try and cover as much as you can. Dries pretty quick. As you can see, it's looking pretty good. I've just screwed the brackets back onto the wall. I'm going to drop them on. Bit on the heavy side, this radiator. I was telling you. What I do is I locate the bottom hooks first, and lift it up, and drop it onto the top ones. Look at the pipe, it needs to go slightly over. Right there. That looks good. Try and make sure they're all nice and flush. You know it's flush when your main nut from the valve goes on. You know that cross threading. Just get my spanner and we'll nip them up. No. Just a little nip up, test for leaks, and see if we just need to nip it up again. Turn the valves back on. I know this was turned on to 2 full turns outwards. Let's open up the other valve. Obviously the pressure on the boiler will now be dropping because the pressure's had to push water into this radiator. The pressure drops in your boiler. You've got to keep going downstairs and repressurising it. Yeah, I've just turned the bleed screw on. There's not much pressure at all there. What I'll do is get downstairs, repressure the boiler. The boiler's repressured. Sorry if you can hear that. Obviously that's the pressure pushing the water up the radiator, and it eventually comes out the bleed screw. Go and repressure again. As you can see, that's where the water's coming through, that means that the radiator is full. Let's give it a bit of a drive. Wipe it clean, test we're not leaking from here. There's a bit of water on there actually. I'll just lift that up a little bit. That looks good. Pipe this side's dry. Happy days! Now I will give all these a clean up so they look nice and new. Put your top on first. These drop down over the little collars there. There and there. Push. Compared to what it did look like, that's reasonably impressive. You see the window shelf there, the window board. So had a good coat of gloss this morning. So today's goal was to gloss all the skirting, gloss the door both sides, rub down the radiator, paint it and get it back on. So tomorrow morning, first thing I'm going to do is whip round again with all the gloss and that's it. And that'll be this room finished. I thought what I'd do is this morning, I think I touched on it in the last video, I'm just going to do like a 3-room update. Where should we start? We'll start with the first room we started with. Okay, so if you remember, the bathroom. It's a lot of videos on that because we had to take it back to nothing. We had the bath there, all the floor was rotten. We'd take all the floor up, we had to replumb the shower to there, behind the wall. We had to move all the pipes so we could get the tray in. We ran 2 pipes, hot and cold, for the sink. And we ran a pipe round there to replumb the toilet. We took out that alcove. We banged a sink in it, we tiled, we did the ceiling, we put a light in, we put a new vent in, we cleaned up the toilet, we boxed that in, we did all the walls, because they was really bad if you remember. We did all the walls, shower tray in, shower in, and the door. Remember, the door was a bit of a task. But as you can see, I am going to put before and after pictures up on this video. We'll try and do it now. Okay, so that was the before. And this is the after. Great transformation, I think. And it's still looking well. Second room we did was the bedroom. Obviously, did the door. We did all the walls. If you remember, they were bad. They took a lot of filling. We did that door. We did the radiator. We redid all the skirtings. We wallpapered. Wait for the carpets. Carpets will just finish it off completely. But then there's the third room, which is like the little office room. We did all the walls. That wall was really bad. That took loads of doing. We wallpapered that wall, put a new vent in, took all the skirtings off, repainted them, put a light up. That light there, it's okay, isn't it? Brand new. I got it from Bernardo's, £3. Absolute bargain, and it came with the bulbs. Keep looking out for your bargains, everyone, because Bernardo's chucks up things like this, and for £3, you cannot go wrong. Like I say, I just can't wait to get the carpets down it, mate. It looks so much better. We're getting there. I'm motivated. I'm staying on board. And today is hall, stairs and landing. I've got to get all this paper off. It's going to be a bit of a task, but I think from what I've seen there, it peels off quite well. Peel it off, so we've just got the backing paper. We'll go all the way down and get it all off. And then if the walls are reasonably decent, they have got this blue paint on and everything. I don't know where this blue paint came from. I'm going to learn from the last room that I need to sand all this off. It's going to be a lot of sanding with the Henry and the sander. But first job, get that off out the way. And there's one at the bottom of the stairs as well. You know how I do it. Undo the bleed screw there. Turn off the valves. Both sides, loosen one of them and drain the radiator fully. You can see it's ready. Yeah, they don't work very well when they're like that, people. For the sake of just cleaning them out, hosing them out. So I'll stop boring you. So let's get as much done today as we can. My goal today is get them both off, both flushed out, both cleaned up, and all the top and bottom paper off. Let me get on with it. So keep motivated and stay on board. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to have the same problem as we had before with the one in the bedroom. I thought the valves had both shut off. I'm not sure if that's sealing, because when I first started taking water out of this, there was still water coming out of the overflow. So I'm thinking that was still pressurising. The pressure's dropped. It is just taking it out of the radiator now. We'll see. We will be able to tell if there's something wrong with that valve, because if we go down and look at the boiler, the pressure will have dropped. If that's locking off and not letting water through, then the boiler pressure will stay the same, because the pressure will stay in the 2 pipes, so the pressure won't drop. But if there's an issue with that, when we've took this off, we'll look at the pressure on the boiler. I always turn them upside down, because once you've emptied them, you don't want to be carrying them the same way up and dragging it through the house. It might drop some of this black gunk everywhere that's in the bottom of the radiator. We've got behind the radiator this time. Have a look. I think that's the remnants of a sock and a £10 something. Oh, a George label. We need to get all this out. Radiators won't work when they're like this. Well, they work, but the efficiency is really bad, so we need to get all that cleared out. So let's get downstairs, let's get it hosed off. So As you can see, the pressure has dropped all the way. It's flashing at me. That means that valve is not switching off, so I won't make the same mistake I made last time, whereas I'm going to put the pressure back up and it will come blasting out of that radiator. Okay, one down, one to go. Okay, let's get this one off. Same routine. This one should lock off because I'm assuming I can't stand why these valves are failing. Never had that before. It has got a knob to turn that side off. How many turns out or turns off you're doing this so you can reset it back because radiators are balanced. And now in this one we have parcel was left. So let's get this outside and sorted.
Yo, look at this family.
Just a little note while we're doing this. Whenever you're using your hose and you finish with it, switch it off at the tap and take the pressure out of it. Because if you leave your hose pressurised up, eventually these bits will start to leak. No need to leave them under pressure for hours, only when you're using them. Just take the pressure out of them. And what I do with this, because I can, is I just lip that up and I like to leave that open and just let it naturally drain. Let's show you what a radiator should look like. That looks better. Let these dry off while I start stripping the paper. So let's get to it.
Okay, let's go.
That was one hell of a journey. This is a lot of meters, a squared meterage to get stripped. We've done it. There's still a lot of paper, well obviously the backing paper on. There's all that down there at the bottom of the stairs. What we can do now really is get on with spraying this backing paper. We'll just pull the sockets off the wall so the water don't go in them and crack on and see what we're playing with. I'm not sure if that's still another layer of wallpaper. It could be. Cork all the edges because I'm just going to do it all white because it needs brightening up. It was a bit dark before. Get plenty of filling done. You see there's some cracks up there. You see that? Oh, still got a bit of wallpaper there. Missed that. But I've had a good clean up, as you can see. Like I said, always try and work tidy, and then your work will be tidy. So I've cleared all that paper up. All this sticky stuff will be going straight into a bag, so it's not on the carpet and all on your trainers and what have you. So I'm not going to time lapse it because, I mean, probably stripping the wallpaper was a bit of a boring time lapse and it's hard to get good angles. So I'm just going to get it all off and I'll show you then.